Hi, today this $30 mic versus this $2.50 mic. Okay, so I decided that I want to improve audio of those videos, and I actually lied a bit because this wasn't, this mic didn't cost $30. At least it didn't cost me $30 because it currently costs that much, and it was on sale for $8, so I decided to buy it. Well, it has a nice stand. It has a nice long silicone-like cable with a sound card, USB sound card. Well, this one has only the USB connector, and that's it. Let me show you something, because as you already see, I was trying to get inside of this, but let me show you something. I mean, the things you don't really expect in, this is not much, but you wouldn't expect something like this because it has a nice cable and so on. So if you check inside here, and I finally found a way to open it, just move this around, and yeah, as you can see, really small microphone. I mean, I was wondering why it records so poorly if it's so big and so on. It has a okayish filter, but yes, this does basically same thing. So this is completely rubbish. It doesn't have any quality, and this sound card is just meh. It's a $1 sound card. You would be able to buy this on AliExpress. So this is an absolute rubbish, and I think I won't be using this anymore. It will go on a shelf somewhere and wait for a better time. Well, yeah, one more thing. I was expecting the size of the mic to be something like this. Well, apparently it is not. You can see, if you shine a light through this, you can see basically this. So you would presume that it's as big as this hole, but it's actually a little dinky mic connected with a pretty nice cable, and that's all I can say about this. I already decided that I want to upgrade this mic, and I already did some modification. It has I replaced the mic inside with basically the same as with the big mic, and I just soldered this. But what I didn't notice before, because I want to get rid of this and want to use the lapel mic. Let me show you an example. Basically, I want to use this kind of mic. It has a normal jack connector, but I would love to have a USB connector on the other side, but yeah, something like that. And have a possibility to connect this to another sound card, because I have two of those, and yeah, so I would have two inputs. So I already replaced this some time ago. This pop filter works fairly okay. It covers most of the sounds, but the quality of this mic is really poor. If it's just standing like this and I can barely hear anything. This is okay-ish if I pin it to my collar when I'm recording this. So I want to make a mod like so. So we will be opening this mic. It has 4 screws. We just remove them on the bottom, and that's where the unexpected comes from. Okay, so I think I lost one of the screws when I was doing this last time, and okay, let me show you something. So inside here, let me just leverage this a little bit. Okay, as you can see, this is just a back cover, and the only thing you have over here is a cable, and basically that means that it has this kind of mic has a sound card built into the USB plug, and this is pretty amazing, if I can say so, because If you compare it to the other sound card, it's rather small and it doesn't look really complex. And what I want to do now is simply to connect a jack connector instead of this mic, and so I will be able to use this lapel mic. Obviously, in the future I will cover this jack connector with a heat shrink, so it will be nice. And you know, you cover. I also can use this pop filter to cover even more noise, but it doesn't make much sense. So let's get and solder this. Unfortunately for this job I will have to use, because I'm I'm traveling, I have to use this little USB soldering iron, but it should be fairly okay. So just remove the ground and the positive of the mic from the just as a quick soldering job. Let me just turn this on. Okay, so I got rid of that, and let's remove the cable from the case. So yeah, that's basically all this in this case, and a small metal plate. Just put it over here, and now I have the, I think this is the ground and this is the signal, but I'm not sure how this will work with the jack. So let me just do a quick measurement. Okay, so firstly a quick check which is which, and let me just check the ground if it's connected to anything over here. And yeah, it is. It's 1 ohm or something like that. So that's the actual ground. Let me check with the plus, and this shouldn't be connected. Yeah, it's in megohms, so I'm just providing the resistance. And so the black is the ground over here, and if I check the mic, my mic over here, just confirm some stuff. This should be connected to this, so left to right, because it's a mono mic. It is. And this is the ground, and this over here is the, yeah, so 1.1 kilo ohms of the resistance. And let's go to the socket. So basically this would be the black, and both of these would be the red, because signal. And this is a mono input, so that should be about right. So let me just solder this, and we will check how does it sound. Okay, because I will be bridging the two points of the connector, so I remove a little bit more of the insulation on the signal side. So let me just put some solder on that, and let me put some fresh solder on the ground side. So that's all right. And let's do the same with the connector. So a little bit of solder over here and on the signal side, because those two will be bridged. I think I should start with with a signal, and I will loop that around, and I should be actually using the putting the solder directly, but yeah, it's easier this way. Simple as that. And let me bridge that over here. So those two signal pins are bridged right now. We put some more solder just to make sure. Sorry for the shadow. I don't have a good lighting over here, and I can't really help it. So let me put because this is all connected over here, so that's perfectly fine. Let me put the ground also pin over here. I will loop around the cable, and later on I will use the heat shrink. I don't have it at the moment with me. Let me just restart the soldering iron. Okay, so a little bit of solder. here we are. So yeah, little dinky sound card. And let me remove all of this, and let's put a little bit of insulation tape on this, just to keep this all in place. Yeah, just simply like that. So later on the heat shrink will be much better solution, but for now it should be okay. So yeah, like so. So we have the connector, we have the USB, and it's pretty simple right now. Let me connect the mic and we will test this. Okay, as you can see, I connected the spectrum analyzer. I connected the little sound card to my phone. This is a spectrum analyzer. Let me reset the peak. So there will be always some noise on the spectrum, but that's fairly okay, especially on the phone, which doesn't have a pretty stable characteristics of the digital analog converter. So let me just talk to the mic. As you can see, my voice is displayed on the spectrum, and if I tap it, as you can see, it's working pretty fine. Let's test it again. Yeah, if I disconnect it, everything is gone. Let's try with this one, just for laughs. It helps a lot, because sometimes I only need a mic input, and as you can see, if I put this a little lid back on, just snap it in. So let me just talk here, and if I tap it, as you can see, it works fairly well. So it's a simple mode of a microphone that looks basically like this. It really costs about $2 or something like that. It's really cheap, but it will give you a great small sound card, at least microphone input over USB, and you can use this on the phone like I have over here, or on your computer. So that's pretty good, especially if you don't have any dedicated inputs. For example, you have your headphones connected to your computer, and you don't have a spare port for a mic. So that will come in handy. It doesn't have a perfect sound, but it's fairly okay for recording voice. I will try to do so for next videos. Maybe I will have a better sound, hopefully. And the other thing I can tell you, if the problem is that this is, as you can see, it picks up my voice because I disconnected the sound card. This is the ground. This is directly connected to ground, and this is also connected to the ground of the microphone. So if you have a device like, well, in countries that doesn't have a proper ground in their the power supply that comes to your house doesn't have a proper ground. For example, it's connected, the face is connected to the face, obviously, and the zero rail is connected to both the zero and the ground, and they are bridged. This is for some older houses and so on. You will hear a noise when you use something like that and you connect your laptop to your domains, basically. So the only thing around this, so you will probably, if you do something like this while you are charging your laptop or your desktop or something, you will be seeing noise over here, even in perfect silence. And there is no really good way around this, because some houses are basically wired that way. Let me show you something, 1 second. So the only solution I found for that, this is a typical laptop power supply. Actually, it's for a Dell, and the only solution, because this is the actual ground, I don't really recommend this, but keep in mind that your laptop is probably plastic, and you don't have to have a grounded case, so you can use other kind of cables. And because this is a cloverleaf connector, there are 2-pin connectors for old VCR, for PlayStation, for devices like that doesn't use the ground, and you can push that in here and it will work fine. I'm using this for one of the devices that I have at home, because otherwise it produced noise on the display when I connected the external monitor over VGA, the DSAP 15. So yeah, and it also produces no noise when the ground is not a proper ground, but it's actually a zero rail of the face connected to the ground pin. So yeah, that's a quick and dirty solution to a problem that shouldn't exist in probably wired house. But there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little mod. I will surely use this in the future, and thanks for watching, guys. And remember, don't invest too much money in especially cheap mics. Yeah, and yeah, just if you like that kind of videos, please subscribe, consider liking this video, and so on. You know the drill. So see you next time.